Roz. I'm 8 years old and I am a singer and I perform most of my shows in drag. I've been a drag performer in Malaysia for about 15 years. Originally, the letters in drag, D-R-A-G, was a commonly used term in theater. It actually stands for dress as a girl, D-R-A-G. So in modern day terms, drag queen or drag performer is basically a person who dresses as the opposite gender and for work or to perform. I think there's a lot of investment in material things, costumes, shoes, and costumes are not cheap. But I think what's missing in the world of drag now is a lot of people invest money in makeup. A lot of drag queens invest money in costumes, but they don't invest money in training themselves to have a skill, to have a talent. Drag is not a talent. Anybody, I could put one of you guys in makeup and hair, but then what? I think there's a lot of queens now who are out and they present really, really great looks. They take really great pictures on Instagram. And then what? What do? Do you tell jokes? Do you sing? Do you dance? I think a lot of people who want to become drag queens need to invest in that, in either training or education, so that you develop a skill or develop something that a talent. I enjoy writing music. I enjoy playing. I enjoy singing. I enjoy acting as well. But there are things related to my job that I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy this part of it. I don't enjoy preparation. I actually really don't enjoy rehearsals at all. But it's something that I need to do. But the part of me where I'm on stage and singing to people and connecting with people, that's something I really, really love. And that's why I still do it now. Well, I was offered a singing job about 14 years ago in Penang, and in the beginning my look was quite androgynous, as it is now, but I slowly, for special parties, they would ask me whether I'd do it in drag, and I guess it just caught on. My whole experience has been a very, very highly positive one, and each one of them have been memorable in their own way. But I think the most memorable thing that I can take from my career is all the friendships I've made and the people that I've met. Like, really, I met people who were kings and I met people who weren't kings. Or I met people from the gamut of society, and they've all just been really amazing to me. I've never had criticism from my peers about me being in drag per se, but maybe perhaps they were uncomfortable about an outfit that I wore or a wig that I wore. Maybe they thought my heels were too high. Most people think my heels are too high, or they think my lashes are too long. But I've never actually encountered anyone, my peers, who said, "Oh, we can't accept you because you're in drag." I'm exactly the same, whether I'm like this or if I'm not in makeup. So I'm not one of those artists that change their behavior, the way they speak. I speak exactly the same when I'm on stage as I do when I'm living my normal life. I wish I was braver. Maybe when I'm on stage, I will say things, make jokes that normally I wouldn't if I was just wearing a t-shirt and pants. But I also think that's not because of me. I think it's because I think the audience lets me get away with more. Well, they let me get away with murder, I guess, because they think it's part of the persona. Of course. I mean, it's hard to not. I mean, I may have received less than most of the people I know, but I still suffer some kind of discrimination. There are times when I go to the bank and I see a cashier look at my nails and try to look at me funny, but I think it affects me so little. Or if I was walking down the street and somebody catcalls me, it affects me so little. I mean, I'm still going home to a really nice house. When I perform, I really perform to a wonderful audience. When I have friends, my friends are really great to me. So something like that, I've learned over the years, and I'm quite old, so I've had a lot of years behind me. I've learned to just not allow what other people think of me or what other people do to affect the way I behave. My end goal is, and it's not just to make money. I've never really wanted to become famous. All I ever wanted to do was perform and sing my music and perform, whether it be in drag or not in drag. But I always have to remember there's a lot of things that can distract you, so you have to have a end goal and be very focused to it. If your focus is to let people, a small group of people, experience your art, then you have to always remember that, even though people hire you to act in a movie, say, but you always have to remember who you are. I guess that's what keeps me in line. There are many people who don't, at one point or another, get treated as a sex object. I think generally because I wear dresses, people seem to think that I'm weaker, that they can treat me with a little less respect. But I think that's not just something that's unique to LGBT people or trans people. Women get that all the time. People give them, like LGBT. I mean, the label that you should really only concentrate on is that you're a human and that you want to be a good one and a kind one. Doesn't matter whether you're lesbian or trans or straight or, it really doesn't matter. You just have to remember that however different your sexual proclivities are, however different you in the way you dress, that you present yourself, there's still a human being behind all of that. That's very real, that feels feelings, that gets hungry, that wants to drink alcohol. Well, maybe not everybody wants to drink alcohol, but we all have the same physiological needs and psychological needs, and we all have the same need to love and be loved. When you're in the world.